Hello guys, today we'll discuss about one very special stock. And as you can see, the name of the stock is Pidilite Industries. Now, this stock has given almost 62% return in last 1 year. So just remember guys, it is a large cap. So even if you get returns which are greater than 50%, then I think it is a very good investment. Now, when we look at the overview of the stock, as on 16th July, stock closed around 2,244. According to ticker tape, the current price of the stock is more than the intrinsic value, while it has given better returns than FD. Dividend returns are not good for the stock, but it is good point to enter in this stock because it is not in overbought zone and it is not in ASM or GSM list. Now, stock is in the diversified chemicals sector. It is a large cap having a huge market cap of rupees 1,14,301 crores. It is low risk because it is 1.42 times volatile as Nifty. Now, when we look at the P ratio of the stock, the P ratio of the stock is 101.04, while sector PE is 23.50. Now, if we see the P ratio, we can see that stock is very premiumly valued as compared to sector. But further in this video, we'll discuss why Pidilite has such premium valuation and why it is justified for this stock. When we look at the PB ratio, it is 24.47 while sector PB is 3.24. The dividend yield is 0.38, which is little less than the sector dividend yield. Also guys, in this video I will try to cover all the points, so I will recommend you to watch the video till the end and to find out why Pidilite is such a good stock. And please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like the content in this video. Now moving on. Now some of the top brands of the Pidilite include Fevicol, Dr. Fixit, Fevikwik, M-Seal, Fevistick and many more. Now just remember guys, these are the brands owned by the Pidilite. They are not the products. These brands itself have many products within themselves. Now the businesses which are occupied by Pidilite, it is in textile and paper chemicals, industrial resins, leather chemicals, industrial adhesives, footwear adhesives, organic pigments and preparations, industrial bonding solutions, maintenance repair. Now guys, many of us think that Pidilite is only a product company. It is right that it is a product company, but along with it, Pidilite is also known for its service solutions. They are providing waterproofing solutions to households and institutions. Also, they are providing automotive solutions to the industry. Now, Pidilite is also very famous for its innovative marketing style. Recently, when the incident of Ronaldo happened with Coca-Cola, they came up with this post where they said, "Na bottle hategi, na valuation ghategi." They are also very famous for their TV commercials, which star Amitabh Bachchan, like Dr. Fixit or ROFF, ads of Fevikwik. They are continuously innovating their products and launching products according to changing needs of the businesses and environment like Fevicol Marine, Feviseal, PVSeal, and many more. Now, Pidilite has 500 plus SKUs. SKUs are the stock keeping units. They have 8 plus manufacturing facilities and they have reached to almost 71 countries. Pidilite is continuously acquiring other companies in their space. Also, they are doing joint ventures with other companies like ICA Pidilite, which is ICA is a company of Italy for the wood finish products. They acquired Nina Percept for waterproofing. Now Sippy, Jawad SE for adhesives. Now I think guys there would be hardly any construction space where products of Pidilite are not used. Or I think even there would be hardly any individual who doesn't use the products of Pidilite. Also, the companies like Araldite, Pidilite acquired this firm recently in 2020, Bessie, 10x, and many more. Now, if we look at the segmentation of revenue from Pidilite, we can see that major part of their revenue comes from adhesives and sealants, which is 54.2%, while 19.9% comes from construction and paint chemicals, 7.1% from art and craft materials, 5.7% from industrial adhesives, 6.4% from industrial resins, construction chemicals, 5.9% from pigment and preparation, while 0.8% others. When we look at where they spend their revenue, then most of their revenue is spent on material cost like 45.6%, while also a good amount of revenue is going to retained earnings, which include reserves and surplus, which can be further used for the investment purpose by the company. 81.2% of their revenue comes from consumer side, while remaining 18% comes from business to business, which is B2B segment. If we look at the waterproofing business of the Pidilite Industries, we can see this segment as a huge opportunity. The reasons are earlier MNCs focused more on the B2B side of the waterproofing business, while Pidilite on the other hand focused on the individual consumers. As a result, they were able to create a brand identity for their products among the individuals. Now, Pidilite is already the leader in this space, and this sector is expected to increase in the future due to more demand for affordable housing. Also, the increasing per capita income would be beneficial in this side. Now, 70% of the market is tended to be by unorganized applicators. So, products like Dr. Fixit can be of huge demand in this sector. Now, because of this, Pidilite has acquired firms like Nina Waterproofing and Percept Engineers. Now, this sector is expected to grow 2-4 times than the growth of the GDP, while Pidilite's penetration in this segment is less than 20%. Now, can you imagine, guys, with less than 20% penetration, Pidilite is already the market leader in this space. So, imagine if company is able to acquire 50 to 60% of the market, then how much revenue can it bring for the company? Now, guys, it would be unfair if we only discuss about the positive side of the company. So now let us discuss about few risks which company has. Now, company is into cyclical sector, which is real estate, construction. So Pidilite Industries is also a cyclical stock because it is usually depend on these sectors and also the crude oil prices. Now, major part of their revenue comes from MCL and Fevicol, which we earlier discussed, like almost 54% of their revenue comes from adhesives and sealant. So company is usually dependent on these products, while company can also face huge competition from emerging players and also the industries like BASF, Magnolia, Tata Chemical. Also recently, Reliance Industries announced that they would be entering into the space of adhesives and chemicals. But I think Pidilite has acquired huge consumer trust and it would be very difficult for any new company to snatch market share from Pidilite Industries. Now, if we look at the past earnings growth of the company, we can see that earlier company has grown their revenue at an average of 5.7 percentage. Now this is not very huge because company is into cyclical sector, so their average comes down. While in last 1 year, company has grown their earnings by just 1.3 percentage. Now this is due to the huge impact of COVID on the real estate sector. But now as the curve of cases is decreasing and falling, real estate demand is expected to increase and it has already increased a lot in the recent months. When we look at the returns generated by the company, we can see that ROE of the company is almost 19.3%, now which is a very decent figure, while return on assets is 13.2%, which is more than the industry, while return on capital employed is 23%, which is less than the last 3 years average. Now, when we look at the debt to equity side of the company, we can see this blue line is growing time by time. This is the equity portion of the company, while this red line is the debt part. Now, as on 31st March 2021, debt to equity ratio was 3.7%, which is very low. So we can say that company is almost debt free, not completely debt free. Now, if we look at the financial position of the company in the short term, we can see assets are more than the liabilities, while in the long term, company is even better. Assets are enough to cover all their liabilities comfortably. If we look at the yearly income statement, we can see revenue growth for the company is higher than the industry. Also, company has increased their market share from 11% to 12%. While one drawback, the growth in the net income is lower than the industry. Now, important point here is that along with revenue, the net income is also increasing year on year. Although the growth is lower than the industry, but it is growing year by year. EPS of the share is continuously increasing, which is a very positive sign, while company is also increasing their dividends year by year. When we look at the highlights from the balance sheet and the cash flow, we can see current assets are increasing, even their fixed assets are increasing. One negative part is that their current liabilities are also increasing year by year, but they have taken initiative to reduce their non-current liabilities, which we can see in the past 2 years, that is 2019 and 2020. Company is also increasing their reserves and surplus by time. Now, from the cash flow, we get that company has spent a good amount in their capital expenditure in the year 2020. You may not see the results of these investments in the short time, but they would definitely reflect their impact in the earnings of the company in the long term. Company also has good amount of free cash flow, so they have good amount of cash flow to pay back their current liabilities. When we look at the shareholding pattern, we can see that a huge part of their shareholding is held by the promoters, which is 70.16%. Here we can see that in the recent quarters, promoters have increased their shareholding. While mutual funds have 3.92%, other domestic institutions have 3.42%, foreign institutions have 11.88%, while retail and other parties have 10.61%. Now guys, this is the chart of Pidilite Industries on a 1 month time frame. Now when I say cyclical stock, please don't create an image in your mind for this stock like a meta stock that the graph would be somewhat like this. In fact, don't think that you cannot invest in this stock for a longer time frame, say for more than 1 or 2 years. In fact, this stock has always given good returns to the long term investors. So when we say it is a cyclical stock, we mean that the revenue growth for this company cannot be similar in each quarter, as it is largely dependent upon the construction and real estate space. So yes, their revenue growth will differ in every quarter, but the important point for the company is that revenue must increase. Now let us have a look on a daily time frame. Now guys, we can see recently stock gave a very good rally and it moved upwards from 1800 to 2000. Then it consolidated for some time. Again it moved to 2100. Again it consolidated and currently it is trading around 2200 level. So I can find one support for this stock around this level of 2100. So if the stock comes back to this level of 2100, I think we can look for an opportunity to buy this stock. But if somebody is already invested in the stock, I think they can continue being invested. It is a gem stock. But if somehow this stock falls below this level of 2100, then this level of between 1800 to 1700 has acted as the strong and tight zone for the stock in which it consolidated for a long time. So I think these can be the good levels to accumulate these stocks. So this was all from this video, guys. If you think you found something useful, then please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you.